Hi guys, this time I want to talk about the suspension of the car. Of course we added a lot of luggage and gear to the car, and most of the weight is at the rear of the car. So that's why I had to adjust the shock absorbers or even replace them for some different ones. And the last time I showed you I ordered these shock absorbers, as you can see here. Very nice looking, good quality, absolutely. And it came with 4 extra springs, the hard ones. These shocks have 2 springs, an upper and a lower one, or I should say an upper and a lower one. And of course you can adjust those springs with this nut going down. You will, give the spring some pressure to it. But for the rear, the standard, like it was way too soft. So I changed the bottom spring for a hard spring, but that still wasn't enough. So I used 4 hard springs for 2 shock absorbers. So I placed a hard spring on the top one and on the bottom one, on both sides of the car at the rear. And that was just enough to, to carry that weight of the car going over some obstacles. And still, the car is now level, and with the original shocks, of course you can adjust them as well by this nut turning it down, so you will give the spring a preload, as you can see here. But even on the lowest point for the nut, it wasn't enough for the back to support all the weight going, over all these obstacles. So that's why I changed them at the back for these 2 shock absorbers with hard springs on the top and on the bottom. So I'm just going to show you in the car. So I'm gonna lift up the body, maybe turn the camera a little bit down, zoom in a little bit, and there of course you'll see the shocks right there. And at the top you can also, sorry, I have to zoom out again and zoom in a little. You can adjust the oil pressure for the shock absorber, so you can make them more stiff or even, less stiff on both sides, over there as well. You just gotta adjust them until you find, the right pressure for the oil. And in the front as well, there's not much weight added, of course, at the front, but still I added like a 30 grams on the steering servo, as you can see right there, and at the back of the servo as well, to give it more weight to the front portal axle, because the steering servo is connected to the axle. So to compensate all the weight we added at the back of the car. So I had to adjust the front shock absorbers as well. I'm trying to zoom in to show you. And over there you can see I changed the position of the nut almost down to the end, and that will, that is good enough for the front. Actually, they're really nice shocks. It comes standard with it, with the car. But it wasn't just enough for this car with all the weight added at the back. And still, as you can see, with the hard springs I had to adjust the nut as well, all the way yeah, not all the way, but almost all the way down, to give it enough preload for the springs. So that's what I wanted to show you. If you have this problem as well, you know, with weight and the position of the back of the car, I just want to show you as well underneath the car, because I modified a little piece. So I'm going to move these parts away and turn the car upside down. I have to close the body properly, like that. So I'm gonna turn the car over. There you go. Just like that. And the part I wanted to show you is this anti-rollover for the body. So it works if you press this side, you will see this mechanism move. And there as well. This is actually a little bit more, yeah, it goes a little bit more, it's a little bit tougher to press in than this side. And it's actually because of this little part here. And this part had a lot of play. This part had a lot of play on this, so it was just wiggling all over the place. And there's a little bushing in there, but it was a little bit too long. So I tried to tighten the bolt, but it didn't help. And there was still a lot of play in this part, and it actually wasn't really working well, you know. It was just blocking the right movement. So I placed a little washer, nylon washer behind it, that the bushing could go through. A washer like this, it's just a nylon washer. And you know, I used a little bit longer bolt for that as well. And now it's almost play free, but still, you know, it's free to, yeah, to turn as well, as you can see here. But it doesn't have any play, because standard it has a lot of play. So, yeah, that's actually it for today. So it's this part, you can really easily modify with a nylon washer. And these shocks, they work really well. So I will put, you know, a parts list in the comment section if you want to have these shocks as well. You can adjust the oil pressure for the shock absorber, and you can adjust the springs. So yeah, if you want to find the right setup, I like these shocks. But as well, you know, the two shocks I have left over, they are just, yeah, too soft, because these are just the soft springs on it are just too soft for the front. So that's why I still used, you know, the standard shock absorber from the car. It's a good shock absorber, and maybe, you know, I don't know really much about them, but I know you can fill them with oil, of course, and you've got all different kinds of oil. But maybe you can adjust it as well to give it a bit more, pressure inside with the oil. If you put more oil in it, I don't know, but that might have helped maybe for the back as well, but I changed them for these ones. So I thank you for watching, and yeah, I would say just like and subscribe, share, and see you the next time. Goodbye.